Ah. Hey, friends. This is Jeff. Sorry, a little spaced out here. Okay, loud and clear. Um, okay, well, sorry for getting here a bit late. I got daylight savings situation going on with my kids, so they're not into the bedtime at all. This is the hard change, but they're they're figuring it out, and I'm ready to meditate. This is the Do Nothing Project for those who've never been here before. Uh, I'm your host, Jeff, and with me in the blue font, I think Andrew's moderating, and maybe Fred is as well. And all the people saying hello are our beloved community. We've been doing this with years now, for years now. So, and yeah, it's just a little meditation at the end of the weekend, and or you can watch it later, as many do. Um, Sometimes I kind of explore some particular theme or something I'm interested in my own practice or or in teaching. And today I don't really have a theme though. Usually it's just a variation of nothing. So I'm just going to do my straight up usual the baseline practice for me anyway. And of course, always with the Do Nothing Project, you can make it your own, do it your way. It's whatever kind of you feel like you need. At the end of the weekend, I often don't give us ourselves time to really drop into what we actually need. Not that we even know what we always need, but for me, it's what I often need is to undo the doing, to just not feed the freneticness of whatever. And even and this has been true even in times when I've been not busy in my life. I imagine there was a time like that. It was in my 20s, 30s, or something before I had kids. But even then, even though sometimes when you have the least amount going on, you have the most going on in your head and the most of the compulsive trying to figure things out and what am I going to do. And so this is really an opportunity to kind of try to notice a little bit of what part of yourself won't settle, and you don't need to make it settle. And it's not even a problem, but just noticing that, like, oh, this is something that's always spinning away here. And I just notice that and be curious about it. And what happens over time is you notice more and more of those kind of subtle turbines and not so subtle turbines. They do uh, they do change tempo a bit, and I've definitely had the experience of um, more and more of the of layers of dis-ease kind of quieting, seen, acknowledged, and quieting until I'm more able to come into a place of no matter what's going on in my life or the world, a place of like comparative, like actually there is no problem right now, and that is something we're aiming for here. The no problem, the no problem in the now that allows you to leap into the now, being more effective and you know being an actress that the world needs because God knows we need it right now. So, my friends, much love. Let's do nothing. Just seeing some uh, comments here on the tinnitus. Tinnitus does bite. I'm sorry, Mitch. Well, unless you can go right into the tinnitus, and I mean, I don't know. It does. It works for some people to completely embrace the sound of it and go right into the frequencies of it. Really curious because there's like multiple frequencies, and sometimes the subtlest frequency is like a way into this other place. Something to play around with. But uh, oh, that's cool, Peter. Saying there's a mindfulness-based tinnitus stress relief program. All right. Anyway, tinnitus or not, let's do this. Appreciate all the, I love seeing people support each other in the comments. The best. All right, so we'll do 25 minutes. I like, sometimes at the beginning, I just sort of narrate my own process of getting settled. A few slow, deliberate breaths. Also, kind of was checking in, like, well, how am I now? What I notice for me right away is this, kind of like feeling of tension under my collarbones, where I manage my kids. I'm not trying to get rid of it. Just, yeah, okay, that's your impatience, kind of intensity in the face or something. Lots of thoughts, not so many thoughts. Lots of energy, very little energy. Emotionally neutral. What's the status of your mind body? Just a little snapshot. Maybe just settled and present. The long breaths for me are to come down into the life of the body. It's a successful meditation if you just sit here and be a body. It's successful regardless, whatever you do. It's a low bar. As long as you stay existing. If you just suddenly disappear from existence, then you failed the meditation. But that won't happen, I guarantee it. Yeah, and I've said before, you can do this kind of optional breathe in support thing at the beginning of just reaching out, kind of acknowledging you're part of a bigger community, acknowledging could be ancestors, lineage, teachers, freaking amazing Uber drivers that you had. Just kind of imagine yourself in a network of interconnection, breathing in some support, a sense of connection. If that works for you, it works for me. I mean, I like it. And especially if you got lots of busyness, it can help at the beginning to just choose a simple thing to pay attention to. Breath, tingles in the hands, just being a body. But you're not trying to do that in like a fixated, desperate way. And like, oh yeah, I'm going to just notice this sensation or sound, hang out with it for a bit. Mind wanders, you notice it, you come back. And like I did in my home base today, that wandering can be deliberate if you want, or it can just be something that happens inadvertently once in a while. But do come back. Do come back, you hear? Yeah, and as we're settling, the practice also just letting everything that's here be here. The sounds in your environment or sensations in your body. Sometimes a sense of self consciousness or a kind of split attention. You're still a little bit thinking of something or noticing yourself thinking about something, even as you're trying to be with the home base. And well, that's fine. It's all just different human things. Get this baseline permission. And then there can also be a slight gladdening, deliberate gladdening of the mind, like choosing to find the simplicity of the experience kind of refreshing, or the breath kind of nice, or the sound pleasurable in some way. And it's like this subtle appreciation of what's here and just change the tone of the experience. And there's really nothing happening. That's kind of comical, appreciating that nothing's happening. Nice to do nothing. It can also be, the habit for us to drift off, to get sleepy or zoned out. And so the question then is, what's the least amount of effort you can expend to staying delicately present? So you let the relaxation be there if that's there, but you're also awake, present. And can you be okay with the fact that nothing's happening? Find it weirdly satisfying. I'd say there's a turning point in practice. It comes when you get to that point. You find that you can actually find nothing happening to be weirdly satisfying. Kind of sink into that satisfaction, baseless satisfaction. Now you can notice if you're a little bit waiting for something, still working on something, anticipating even the next breath, like some way in which you're still doing something very subtly. And what would happen here towards the end if you just put that down? What can you put down? And if you can't put it down, then it's not in your control anyway, so don't worry about it. Just accept it. Last couple minutes feel like finishing with the gratitude practice, loving kindness practice, just some kind of positive, nurturing some positive quality. And my favorite these days is just thank you. I don't know why. Just dropping that in. And in a kind of a real not knowing way. Like I don't have any agenda about what I'm thinking. But then I just pause and I see what comes in to remind me. Oh yeah, I am thankful for that. Good to be thankful. And kind of feel what it's like to say thank you. What that quality is. It's like kind of a humility in it. I mean, if you're not trying to get something from it, but really just meaning it. Thank you is a kind of letting something in too. It's a kind of interesting meditation, actually. Kind of getting curious about the experience of thanking, like the sincerity of what that's like, just for the last 30 seconds. Nice to see you, Mitch. Hey, Sheila Startup. Thanks, Fred. Gabrielle, Courtney, David, good to see you, buddy. Bonnie, Myrna. It was nice. Van, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Holly, Siobhan, Bob. Hey, Bob. It did go by fast. I had a nice meditation. Very nice. Felt very, like, I don't know. Sometimes it just feels really good. I had this experience where I sometimes get to a place where it's pretty quiet, but then I see my mind like trying to make a story about it, like a theory about it, and it's like it's hilarious. It just kind of goes and does this thing, and I'll be like, what? It's making a story about the experience I'm having instead of just letting myself have the experience. 28 minutes. Was that 28 minutes long? Did I do it short? I don't know if I did that too short. Sorry. I'm glad to hear it's been supportive, Susan. Artsy Traveler. Oh, thanks, Artsy Traveler. Very kind. Ben. What's up, Ben? Hey, Marjorie. Rob. vibes. Yep. Oh, this love for Canada. Poor Canada's getting beat up. 25 as usual. Oh yeah, 25 as usual. I was thinking 30. I thought I maybe went long. Maybe I couldn't remember I went long or short, but anyway, is what it is. Now, what should we call this one? Oh yeah, Andrew's putting some links in for things. I think I had a phrase in my head, but I can't remember what it was. So during the guidance, there was something around. What's it? 27 minutes, Andrew? Oh, a freeze frame, you mean? Yeah, you could do that. Can you put down? There was something else, something about. I can't remember. Thanks for doing nothing. I think we've used thanks for doing nothing a few times already. Ringing in my ears. Ringing in my ears. That's good. Undoing the doing. I like that. I like set it down. The shit that cannot be named. That is got it. That which has no name. How about just love to Canada? Maybe that should be what people are like. What? What is this? Yeah, I think I mentioned in the home base Substack that I think I'm gonna finally organize a retreat for ADHD folks who want to, because I've got this. I keep getting asked about it, um, and there's this woman I had this really recent retreat I met who's so gung ho to organize the entire thing and do it all. So I'm kind of like, well, maybe I'll make that happen. So if you're interested, just you could send me a note about that, and I'll put you on the list, or you could say hi in the Substack that you're interested in that. Okay, what was Siobhan's idea? Siobhan, what was your idea? Oh, Canada. Love to Canada. Love to Canada. We're doing love to Canada. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I think the kids fell asleep, so I might just keep meditating for a bit. Good to hang out with everybody. I will see you next Sunday. My birthday is Tuesday. You can all wish me happy birthday next week, March 11th. My son's exact 6-month birthday. He's September 11th. So peace out, my fellow North American, European humans, African, Australian, New Zealand, Asian, Russian, Equatorial Guineans. I will see you. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Okay, bye.